Alright, now that summer's here, I can finally do my favorite thing. Waste time. Like, I'm incredibly inefficient while wasting my time. God. Maybe I had a crippling addiction to something stupid like a tower defense game or something. That'll work. Arknights. Oh, it's got one of those? I've been playing Arknights since around April this year, despite what my account says, and it's been quite enjoyable so far. It's a nice break from the monotonous commission and Genshin, and the solo farming that FGO as it brings in something I've been desiring for a while. A consistently challenging gacha game. Yeah, most gachas I've played so far have either been pure farming, or don't really have a lot of challenging content. So seeing these cool plays on Arknights where every mechanic seems complicated, but works, seems to be right up my alley. Which is why I never played it till now. When I made my account back in November, I didn't know how to read. Still don't. I never got to understand mechanics in this game because I thought I was too good for tutorials. It wasn't until a friend of mine months later helped me with actually learning some mechanics in this game, and I actually understood what a Vanguard was. Now, while I was interested in the challenge this game brought, I also heard that the gacha in this game was actually good. It for one had a soft pity unlike FGO's near non-existent pity, and wasn't super high like Genshin's. So, I decided to full on pick this game up as a game I could just rolling casually. Especially since I've been saving several months in FGO for Castoria, having a game where I could just casually succumb to a gambling addiction would be great. However, there was one specific character I wanted to pull for. Neon. Yeah, nice one, me. Luckily, I saw that Ling's banner was got Neon on it in July, and I thought I would be fine. Until I decided to try out the summoning simulator to see my average rates of getting Neon. Huh. Yeah, I just screwed myself over by now forcing myself to save hard in 2 different gacha games until months later. Fortunately, I did learn about the 300 pull pay system and the free pulls you get on limited banners, so I at least had a specific amount of pulls I could work towards. I just need about 700% of my free currency and wait for July and I'm good. Until I realized I would have to end up clearing the entire story and 100% all of the upcoming events in order to only require myself to buy the $99 pack once just to get Neon. I just decided to buy the monthly card. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not free to play. But not only did I buy the monthly card, but I also committed the greatest sin of all time by buying the $5 pack multiple times with my Google Play points. To be fair, I would still have enough primes even without the $5 pack purchases, but I really wanted the gravel skin. So, here came my unexpected journey to play Arknights on a no-summon account. Almost. Yeah, it's about time my addresses were in the title. I'm lying to you all. Yeah, I've summoned this account already, but that was because I never intended this account to be a no-summon account. In fact, I joined this game for the exact opposite reason. But after calculating what I would need to get the amount of pulls required to get Neon, it just ended up this way. I thought about making a new account before, but that would require me to send an email to Yosar to unbind my account, and that takes multiple days, so I just lived with it. But I can assure you that I barely summoned on this account. Wanna see what I pulled on? The entire newbie banner would chop me Angelina, 7 pulls on the Blaze Standard banner would chop me Executor, all the free pulls on the NCR Knights banner would chop me PG Core Serum and a Perfumer, and a 10 pull on the Joint Operations 5 banner, that's it. Look, Cardigan doesn't even exist here. There are probably other pulls, but they were months ago, and I forgot all about them because I have no idea where Leonard came from. So how was playing Arknights, a gacha game known for being pretty difficult without having a good roster of characters and having probably the worst 6-star to start with? It was alright. The beginning stages were of course incredibly easy, but the second my subordinate died to slugs, I was terrified. So, as I continued in this game, I finally decided to succumb, and look at my guide. Yeah, I kind of abuse guides in this game. This was kind of a necessary evil though. Watching guides actually helped me understand placements and how to use certain characters. I don't know how I would have thought, yeah, a range guard would be perfect here, if I never saw a range guard to put to use in a guide. However, the problem came from an over-reliance on these guides in later stages. I almost never gave it a shot on my own, and looked up a guide for them until around chapter 5. And I mean, I've seen other accounts that have essentially done no summon runs, and used just the recruitment 3 and 4 stars to complete the game. But as a beginner in this game with little experience on any of these characters, I don't think I would have gotten good enough in time to get all the Originite primes to summon Neon. Also, this playthrough is a Katano. I don't have her. There's also the fact that if I somehow manage to clear the entire story before her banner, there's not a lot of content for me to use the newly obtained characters I would get. Following guides also helped me with figuring out what characters I should level. I wanted to be as stingy as I could with my materials because I wanted to spend the least amount of time grinding mats, and more time clearing story chapters so I could get all the primes from them. So guides showed me exactly what units I'll need to level. That's how my grades level 45. Also, it's not like I completely follow a guide most of the time anyways, as I didn't even have a lot of the 4 stars that they used. Like, I saw in the guide video where the guide said, use J here, like, okay. So, what pushed me to stop using guides for stages? Near Light. The first event I played in this game, and probably the hardest one for me, as I couldn't actually 100% this event. This event was incredibly difficult for me, but it was still fun. Why? because I attempted to make my own strategies for the first time. Yeah, I was only taught NL5, but I felt smart as hell for doing the slightest amount of thinking. Of course, NL8 also messed me up as I didn't even have any of the units I saw in guides raised up. Not like I could even raise them in the first place because of my lack of EXP and LMD, and I couldn't even attempt NL8 as the guides either required multiple 6 stars or these 4 stars I didn't even have. However, as I progressed through newer events, I was starting to be able to clear more and more of them without having to rely on guides, showing that I was indeed getting better. Of course, my strategies were much more inefficient compared to the guides, but that kind of stuff playstyle is what makes this game great in my eyes. There is one thing I've always disliked in this game though: challenge modes. I don't mind the idea of adding more difficulty or extra rewards, but the fact that they don't refund most of your sanity kinda sucks. It means I have a much more limited time developing strategies for tackling the extra thing they add onto the stage. As someone whose thinking process primarily consists of only trial and error, the extra sanity cost kinda blows. And I know that there are practice permits I can use, but you still only get about 10 free attempts. You might not think that's bad, but consider that this spot contains all my attempts on BIEX8 normal stage, and you'll realize that 10 is not enough for me. My favorite part about this game is strangely enough the EX nodes. Partially because I get to take 6-star support on them. Because I'm able to take a support unit as I don't have to farm these stages at all, I get to experiment with random characters. It's funny learning about how to search or charge something, or to see if I have enough gears in my brain to use a weedy. Unfortunately, I haven't tried out integrated strategies too yet, as I still don't have a lot of my low rarity periods leveled up yet, but I am looking forward to it as the gameplay style seems to fit right up my alley. So you might be wondering, if I've never summoned, what units do I have and how do they carry me? Here's a quick rundown. Angelina, my first and only 6-star until near light, didn't use her a lot until I decided to grind her up to E2 to clear an annihilation stage, and now she carries a good amount on my account, don't know how to progress out without her. Mudra, got her a 6-star ticket. I wanted to save it until Invitation to Wine, but it wouldn't last long enough, so I just got her. She carries me hard. May, never really see her in guide content aside from IS2, but she's really good and comes in clutch with her stuns. Texas, got her on one of the 5-star tickets you get at the start of the game. She said she sits in my party in every quest, she's insane. Also, she's my first E2. Red, got her in crowd control fast replay recruitment bag. She also sits in my party at almost all times and she clears stuff well. Orphan, I got her random recruitment. Twice. Sure, I haven't used her a lot, but I got her on the most terrifying top operator tag ever. Leonhard, I have no idea where he came from, but I don't see this guy get talked about much. He's funny to use. Gravel, the only character who's sky bought because I had enough primes to do so. Franka. Elysium, that one guy I use when I don't feel like using Myrtle. Neural, she's somehow my most tanky defender aside from Korra and Mudrock. Korra, only got her during Nerd Life by buying the 4-star recruitment voucher. What a great 753 inserts. And that was my experience playing Arknights on a no-summon account. It really wasn't too bad, but that's because I followed guides, but anytime they showed Arene, I freaked out. But even though I kind of abused guides for a while in this game, it was still incredibly fun. And now that I have all the materials to guarantee Neon, I'm set. I don't need to spend $5 every month on the monthly card. I'm free.